So you can't decide what you want to put on the screens in your films, so you're going to do it in post-production. But Michael, how you do this? First off, don't swing the phone around like I just did. Your VFX artist has no consistent information to track, which makes their job 100 times more difficult. Now, when you film your shots, you're gonna have to decide on if you need tracking markers. If you're gonna have a lot of motion blur or a big perspective move, you may wanna add them. A general rule of thumb for shooting phone screens is to not have tracking markers. This is more of a taste thing, but I like to utilize the actual reflection in the phone to give it a little bit more realism. Now that you have the shots filmed, bring them into After Effects. Go to the Effects menu and select Mocha, then open it. Select Create X-Spline Layer tool. You'll want to create a general shape around the surface you want to track. If there's a reflection moving different than the actual phone surface, it'll totally mess up the track. When this happens, I tend to just track the edges of the phone surface. You can also add an X-Spline by going to Add X-Spline to Layer. Now track your screen forward and backwards as necessary. Now open your surface tool and adjust this so the surface is just slightly outside the edges of the phone screen. Next, I like to duplicate the tracked shape. Then go through and adjust the shape to rotoscope out where the screen would actually be. Since it's already tracked, this should be pretty simple. This will create a keyframe every time you move the shape. This is a lot easier if you have like a gray screen on the phone or something. You could also use blue to key the screen, but apparently I'm a masochist, so I didn't do this. Now save and go back to After Effects. Make sure you're on the first frame of the footage you tracked. Toggle down Matte and select Create AE Masks. Now hit M on the footage to toggle down Mask Properties and select Subtract. You should have a hole cut in the footage where your screen was. Feather this to your liking. I do 2 or 3 depending on the footage. Now add in your screen elements below the screen roto layer. Right click, go to Transform, then select Fit to Comp. Now pre-compose this in case you have to adjust the screen elements later. It'll be a lot easier. Now go to Tracking Data, select Create Track Data, choose your track layer. Now go to Export option, select Corner Pins Support Motion Blur. Go to Layer Export to and select your pre-comp. Now apply the export. Now duplicate the footage again and remove the mask from it. Select Screen as your blend mode. This should bring the reflection back into your shot, giving you a much more realistic result. And now you know all the secrets to the glamorous job of a hidden VFX artist who does screen replacements. Seriously though, this is like 85% of the work I get asked to do. It also might be why I'm developing a drinking problem.